Aloha and welcome to another mini spirit chat. Today I'm going to be talking about our animals' vibrations raising. And the reason I'm going to talk about this is because I keep getting a lot of emails and questions in my higher purpose learning group, in my student group, and just regular emails where people are starting to notice animals and insects. Insects are going to be grouped in with the animal thing here. Animals and insects they are noticing more in odd places or synchronistically or coincidentally in a way that they feel, is this animal or is this insect supposed to be some sort of sign for me? And the answer is yes. And what sort of sign would that possibly be? Well, it depends on when they're showing up and what time in your life and what you're specifically going through. And some of those things you'll have to sort of figure out, but I'm going to explain more to you to give you the information to help figure that out. Animals and insects are the highest vibrating being with a consciousness, bridging the gap between the physical and the spiritual realm. They are literally the highest being that bridges that gap, that has a consciousness, okay? And so as they vibrate at a very high level, as we begin to move into the new consciousness era, where everybody knows who follows me, as humans, as anything living on this planet, we are all having to raise our vibration or to match the universe. The universe is shifting vibrational energy. We must all shift with it. Now, for humans, we have a longer journey than animals because animals are so naturally tuned into the spirit world. They are the best example, animals and insects, the best example of being able to utilize their whole self, being able to utilize their physical part of who they are, but also the spiritual part of who they are. And they really tune in to the spiritual aspect of themselves, and that really guides them and plays a large part of their life, plays a large part of how they choose to do things, how they thrive. Their spiritual side of themselves definitely plays a huge part and makes them whole. And so they can tune into the physical really well, and they can tune into the spiritual really well. And so as they begin to shift their vibration, which they are also doing, they're not going to have as far a journey as humans have because they naturally don't resist that high vibration. They naturally tune into that high vibration really well. It's kind of effortless for them. So they will have a shorter journey to shift their vibration to match the universe. We will have a longer journey. But as we are journeying, as we are shifting our vibration, and some people have further than others, they have to raise their vibration higher than others. Everybody's different. But as we begin to raise that vibration, animals and insects are taking notice that as beings, our vibration is raising closer to their vibration. And they now feel like they can communicate with us better. They can feel us getting closer to their vibration. And so that draws them into us because they really feel like we can tune into them. They can telepathically communicate. We can tune into when they show up because that might be one of their signs or signals for a situation that you're going through, or whether you're asking for help or something and something shows up and an animal or an insect seems to be a good luck charm to you or something of that nature. They're going to show up at different times because they can read your energy, and so they're trying to help guide you just as well as your guides. They definitely can tune into your wants and needs and your questions and show up and try to do different things just to guide you by their presence. So as your vibration raises, they notice that. That's when they show up to help try to guide you. The cool thing about that is if you are noticing animals and insects more than you normally would have, that is a pretty clear indicator that your vibration is raising quite a bit. And that's super cool. For those of you who have always tuned into animals and been animal lovers, that doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to tune into those animals. It means that you're probably going to even get more intense messages, more pictures. And if you had needy pets before that could read your mind and you could read their mind, then you might even hear more chatter at this point in time. They might even be communicating with you even more so. So for those of you who are already tuned into animals and insects, you're going to feel that connection heighten and become even more clear. For those of you who never necessarily had that before, you're probably going to notice more animals and more insects showing up and being synchronistic to your life and maybe situations that you're going through. So that's a super cool thing. They're now we're bridging the gap with the animals. We're getting closer to their vibration. They're moving towards us. They're welcoming us into their vibration, and they're trying to help guide us into the new consciousness era. Isn't that cool? That's so awesome. Love animals. Hopefully you enjoyed this little mini chat. If you would like to hear more, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel because I do several a week. And also, don't forget, I have some cool things below. I have the Higher Purpose Learning Group if you're not in it, and even a free little mini course. So have a wonderful day, and until next time, aloha.